On Tuesday, according to one of our accounts, the writer details something of an ongoing game of trap, escape, and counterattack between Jesus and the authorities. Should we pay our taxes to Caesar? Asked one, to which Jesus says yes, would have alienated his peasant audience, and to which his no would have legitimized his persecutors. So there's the attack. And Jesus responded by saying, "Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and render unto God that which is God's." And there's the escape, you see. For it was understood by Jesus and by many of his contemporaries that everything belonged to God. So should we pay taxes to Caesar? And Jesus cleverly answered, well, Caesar should get everything Caesar deserves. Of course. And there's the counterattack. Now, at this point, I have to say, of all the depictions, I'm surprised no one has created a painting of winking Jesus, you see. Because I'm quite certain that he said, why, Caesar should get everything Caesar deserves, of course. He extended what Christians would come to call the Great Commandment. It's comprised of two passages drawn from the Jewish Bible, which was the only Bible Jesus knew, you understand. The Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, all your mind, all your strength. And you shall love neighbor as self. And he went on to tell a couple of his famous parables. And I would have us understand that the crowds were moved by his teachings. They were so much moved that the authorities planned to arrest him privately, because if they arrested him publicly, riots were certain. And if they waited for the completion of the festival, his escape was certain. So the authorities planned to arrest him privately because it was really their only viable option. So you see, resistance is the theme for Tuesday. And one need not seek too far to find evidence of this dynamic. You yourself have had innovative ideas and deep longings and grand visions shot down by those who refuse to see beyond the horizons of their own histories, the limitations of their own imaginations, or the selfishness of their own positions. In referencing Monday's tale, you yourself have unleashed the full wrath of overdue truth upon the tables of the money changers of both consciousness and history, introducing distraction and disruption and disturbance to the way it's been for far too long, introducing a grand new consciousness only to find the words of the masses ringing in your ears, "Have you lost your mind?" Resistance. It was Western Union that's famously noted for rejecting the value of the telephone as having, quote, too many shortcomings. Another responded to the idea of the radio by saying, who would pay for a message sent to nobody in particular? It was one of the Warner brothers who's reported to have asked, who the hell wants to hear actors talk, in 1927. Similar opinions arose in response to aspirin, photocopying technologies, personal computers. Overnight delivery? Where would we be today without overnight delivery? I've become so spoiled. The thoughts of actually having to walk a grocery aisle or load my own trunk are wildly foreign nowadays. Not to mention having to wait more than a day for a new refrigerator filter, a new facial exfoliant, even a new living room sofa. Reading a book, buying a car, even seeing a doctor are often mere thumb clicks away. Where would we be today without overnight delivery? And yet, resistance. Innovative ideas and deep longings, grand visions shot down by those who refuse to see beyond the horizons of their own histories, the limitations of their own imaginations, or the selfishness of their own positions. I can practically hear the voice of a fearful race consciousness ringing in my ears. Maybe you can as well. It says, whatever it was, it might not have been great, but at least it was predictable. There's an adage that speaks to this dynamic, that the resistance of the unexamined status quo in the world will rise in tandem with the most brilliant that rises within humanity. And it goes something like this: those who would walk with the masses are destined to never go beyond them. Something like that. Tuesday tells the story of, have you lost your mind? You've tried this before, and it didn't work. Tells the story of, well, that's never been done before. Tuesday tells the story of, well, you can't do that. Tuesday tells the story of, honey, you're just looking through rose-colored glasses. You're basically little Pollyanna dressed up in Donna Karan pumps. You're being unrealistic. How about that one? Tuesday tells the story of individuals and societies alike who refuse to see beyond the horizons of their own histories, the limitations of their own imaginations, or the selfishness of their own positions. Tuesday, you see, tells the story of a world that just doesn't quite get your magnificence, your brilliance, your creativity, your vision. So if you find yourself experiencing resistance, while it's not convenient, it's not pleasant, let's not be too quick to say that it's bad. If you find yourself experiencing resistance, I like to imagine that it's an experience common to all great souls who first begin to accelerate through the stagnant waters of yesterday toward the uncharted waters of tomorrow. And so it is that in our willingness, if not our firm belief, that all great archetypal stories, that all transcendent wisdom tales have relevance to the lives we live today, I suggest that in your pursuit of new life, there will come a point of resistance. So the questions of Tuesday might include, what appears to be standing against me here? Let's close our eyes to explore these questions of Tuesday, shall we? And let's Start by taking a deep breath. What appears to be standing against me here? What appears to be resisting the new consciousness I would introduce into my life, into our world? Is it a person? Is it a people? Is it a fear? Maybe it's resource or statistics or probabilities, even overwhelm. What appears to be standing against me here? Like Jesus with the authorities, where do I have to dance around the world's clinging to the way things were before the upsets of our symbolic Monday? Before the uprising of that Popeye consciousness? Let's hold this scenario in our mind's awareness, allowing it simply to be. We need neither accept nor reject the scenario, for the scenario itself is impermanent, transitory. Let's hold it in our mind's awareness, knowing that it presents itself as the symbolic Tuesday in a hero's journey that promises to carry us into, through, and at long last beyond even its transformations and elevations into new life. Let's hold it in our mind's awareness as we say to the very soul of us, welcome to Tuesday.
There is a light, a light that guides you through the storm. There is a place, a place of healing and calm. There is a peace, a peace that lives beneath the waves, beneath the sorrow and the joy. There is a stillness and grace is like rain falling from the sky. It is God's love that's pouring from your eyes. The wounds of life, they bring healing, my friend. And the heart that breaks is opening again. There is a light. There is a light.